To see the positive and sometimes transformational effect Mokomani had on so many lives has been my greatest pleasure. It has sustained me when times have been difficult, when we have not known when the next month's salaries would be paid from, or how we would continue to sustain our programs. But I do believe passionately that when you are doing God's work, He finds a way. Supporters appear as if from thin air. Problems become surmountable and the work continues. But the beating heart of Bomu is the 260 staff who all do a phenomenal job under difficult circumstances. On a busy day, we treat over 600 patients at Bomu Changambe. The demands are important and varied and oftentimes urgent. Yet I believe that my team at Bomu treats each person as an individual and accords them the dignity and care they deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to acknowledge two special members of the staff amongst all the others who worked tirelessly day in and day out to ensure that the construction and the finishing of Likoni was complete in time for this opening. Please give Mr. Abdul Muttalib and Mr. Suleiman Zingizi a big hand. Dear friends, the quality of service and personalized care that we offer to our patients speaks from our numbers. Our patients not only come from the surroundings of the Bomu clinic, but we see patients from other provinces of Kenya besides the coast. Friends, our mission is far from over, and our ambition knows no bounds. After all, the fight against squalor and deprivation can never be won, but we must keep on fighting. I know that in Bomu we now have an institution dedicated to this fight and institutionally strong to continue it. We hope in the next few years to replicate the model of our success and to open Bomu Clinic across Kenya. I would ask each of you to be ambassadors of our work, to visit us and to see firsthand what we do. My staff previously were a little embarrassed how quite publicly I could solicit it for funds. My response, I beg for a noble and uplifting cause. I would ask you to constantly support us in our work and help us continue the fight against disease, poverty, and to give a helping hand to the poorest and less fortunate in our society. Ladies and gentlemen, it remains for me to once again thank our generous chief guest, Mrs. Nurza Khanu Manji and the Manji family, to thank CDC and its representative James, the USAID and the US government, who has been our most faithful supporter since 1979, and that says something, ladies and gentlemen, and also to thank you all for your time and attention. I believe it is by a fortunate coincidence that today is also the birthday of Mr. Arif Manji. Unfortunately, he is not with us today as he had to travel, but our prayers are for him. May he be blessed perpetually and may he see many happy days ahead. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not the least, please join me in giving a big hand to our MC, Mr. Kish Samvi, whom we will all agree has done a wonderful job as the master of ceremonies. Thank you so much, Kish. Many things Thanks to Shahid of Shah's Creations, Dilawar Catering, the Roots Band, and all those who helped to make this event such a success it has been. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you are welcome to tour the facility at your convenience. Have a sumptuous lunch and may God bless you all abundantly. Thank you.
She has never sought publicity. You hardly hear about her, but she has been a force to reckon with in Mombasa. Please, come on, give a hearty appreciation to Mama herself. Wonderful. Okay, now we come, we're almost getting there, we're almost close. Though Mama said there is a hearty lunch, but there is still a bit of time. The food is being prepared and is being readied, so there's a bit of time left. But now I'd like to come to the part where we recognize the donation given by the Manji family. This huge commitment given by the Manji family. But I'd like to tell you a little brief about the Manji family. They started with a company called Mini Bakeries, which traces back its origins to 1970. The business house of the Akbar Ali Habib Manji family, known as the Mini Group. The core business of the group is baking and distribution of quality bread throughout Kenya. It started from a kitchen in a small house in Mombasa, where Mrs. Nuzakano Manji, where she's sitting here, popularly known as Mama Kubwa, she baked cakes, cookies, scones for sale. Today, Mrs. Manji is the technical advisor and a team leader for setting up production in any new group bakery. In 1970, the family started a small bakery at Port4 in Mombasa called Hitso Bakery, still making cakes and biscuits in locally fabricated ovens. In 1972, it moved to a bigger premises in Tonoroka area of Mombasa. It was here they started distributing bread, which was brought from leading manufacturers. Mini Bakeries was incorporated in November 1983, absorbing business of Hitso Bakery and Malindi. By 1985, Superloaf, I'm sure everybody has seen or heard about it, it's all over town. Superloaf was a leading household name, and Mini Bakeries Limited became the leading bakery in the coast. Mini Group is now a much diversified business with very substantial interest in real estate, trading in consumer goods and motor vehicle spares. It employs a very significant workforce and is a major contributor to the economy of Kenya. Their operations, I believe, are spread not just in Kenya, but in Tanzania and Uganda as well. Philanthropy and charity are the cornerstones of the group, and this objective is achieved through a charitable trust owned by the family. And it was through this objective and vision that the Manji family leased this wonderful building to Bomu in memory of Akbar Ali Habib Manji and Mrs. Ekta Arif Manji. Mrs. Manji, thank you very much. And I think to give an address, I would like to call upon Shamash, I believe, who is going to speak on behalf of Mrs. Manji and the Manji family. So please put your hands together and welcome Shamash Manji, please.
Thank you, Sangwi. First of all, Mrs. Anjarwala, please allow, thank you for making us wear the lovely garland of flowers. The scent of the yasmini or the jasmine and the roses are very strong. So if you allow, if I could remove it. And I'm fortunate that this time my wife is around with me during this trip. Otherwise, I would have been a suspect of suspicion. Mrs. Hayati Anjarwala, founder of the Bomu Medical Center, the directors, management and staff of the center, friends, well-wishers, partners and donors of the center, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives our families and friends immense pleasure to join you all in today's important ceremony here at Bomu Medical Center, Likoni Satellite. We are honored to be given the opportunity to be associated with the wonderful work of the Bomu Medical Center. Today, the Bomu Medical Center Changamwe West stands out as one of the leading NGOs offering excellent and affordable health care to the community in Mombasa. What is even more important is that Bomu Medical Center provides much needed primary health care to the less fortunate and vulnerable members of the society. We are delighted that Bomu Medical Center will utilize this Likoni premises for the service of people in the Coast Province. I remember just a few years ago when the premises was acquired by the family, the state in which the premises was and the state in which the premises has been refurbished and converted, well, no words can explain. It's beyond thoughts, and all I can say is well done, Mrs. Anjarwala. As Dr. Abid said earlier, that Mrs. Anjarwala had a twinkle in her eye. I think it was twinkles in her two eyes. We wish to recognize the prime benefactor for this project, our beloved mother, Mrs. Nurja Khanu Akbar Ali Manji, popularly known as Mama Hizo, who has graciously availed this premises for Bomu Medical Center. Our family wishes to remember our late beloved father, Mr. Akbar Ali Habib Manji, and daughter-in-law, the late Mrs. Ekta Arif Manji, in whose memory we dedicate this ceremony. May the Almighty Allah rest their souls in eternal peace. Amen. At this juncture, we would also like to convey and acknowledge the kind and the good thoughts and wishes by our brother Arif Manji, Shila Manji, and the children who are unfortunately not presently with us. With such a wonderful cause to humanity and mankind, and the hard, noble and committed work by Mrs. Anjarwala and her team, Mrs. Nurjan and the entire Manji family takes this opportunity to donate another family-owned premises at Mikindani. Finally, we wish to thank the directors, management and staff of the center for according us such a special welcome and for making us feel part of the Bomu family. May the Almighty bless your noble efforts. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamash. I think this gesture and donation has really brought about a lot of excitement to Mama. Would you like to say something? Thank you very much for this lovely pledge that is given. Yes, please come forward. And I'd like you all to recognize also the presence of somebody who is the driving force also behind Mini Bakeries and the Manji family. Amin, please, he's sitting here. Thank you very much. When he's sitting quietly, he refuses to come here and say anything, but please recognize his presence. Thank you very much indeed. Would you like, I don't know if you can say something.
Mama Hizo and her children and the family. As I have always said and continue to say, that under the protective hands of the Almighty, His wishes are always granted. Our wishes are always granted. I mean, this is something that we did not expect from anywhere at any time. Perhaps we expected, may I say, a little donation. Yeah, but not a building again. That has put us through the... Please give a hand. That has put us under the challenge of can Bomu provide services at Pikindani? Yes, why not? With my brother James Odek sitting here, and under the noble hands of Part4 and CDC, why not? We will continue. And we will prove to the coast, and the intention is to move forward, not only on the coast, but across Kenya. And if you have, I mean by any more over, we are prepared to take it. Thank you very, very, very much.
You know, I was wondering why Mrs. Anjarwala decided to garland all these people at the beginning of the... Now I know why. It's the jasmine which has worked, actually. So, once again to the Manji family, thank you very much indeed. Mrs. Manji, thank you very much for this wonderful, wonderful donation and pledge. And not forgetting what you have given here, which is really an institution worth recognizing, and it is something that Bomu will do a lot of justice to in the coming days. Right, now we come to almost to the end of the day, and I'd like to call upon Mrs. Manji, because we have a little cake that needs as a cake cutting ceremony.
Now you see how we planned the thing properly. The garlanding and then the cake.
Right, now that they have pledged another plot, Mrs. Anjarwala would like to feed them with a bit of a cake. So this is a cake. The purpose of this cake is to symbolize the friendship between the Anjarwala and the Manji family.
Ekta Foundation and Bomu Medical Center always thrive. Amen. And as we cut the cake, my sister wants to remember her son Arif and her daughter-in-law Ekta while we sugar our mouths.
Than him. Otherwise he get upset and won't give us the money.
Now that they've officially cut the ribbon, I'd like her to proceed and unveil the plaque, and that declares the Bomu Medical Center officially open. Thank you, Mr. Manji. You've just officially declared the Bomu Medical Center officially open.
The plaque reads, the grand opening of Bomu Medical Center, Likoni branch was performed by Mrs. Likoni Manji on Thursday, the 4th of March, 2010. In the memory of late Akbar Ali Habib Manji and late Mrs. Ekta Arif Manji. And Ekta's mother is here, and she will be delighted to see this.
What?